Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome to TSKF1. My name's Rich, and we are here for the Abu Dhabi Watchalong. It's the final race of the season, and I've done a few of these in the season, and I thought, you know what? I really want to do this today. Oh, why can I hear myself? I don't know why. I've got, like... What have I done here? There we go. There, that's sorted. I had the stream open. I didn't even realise. That started out well. So I thought I really want to do this today. And just, I don't know, do a bit of a pre-show and see how it goes. Enjoy it with you guys. Be part of it with you guys. And really, you know, one moment. Because we're having a bit of problems here, I think. Are we having a bit of problems here? Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Are we having a bit of problems? Are we having a bit of problems, or is it working all right? I don't know. Is it working all right? Is it working all right? Let me know in chat. Is it working all right? I'm not sure if it is. I'm trying to just close unnecessary interwebs tabs in case that's having a problem. But anyway. Frame drops. Seems to clear it up. Okay, fantastic. I don't know why it was going funny, but it seems to be going funny now as well, actually. It seems to be going funny now. I don't know why. I really don't know why. But anyway, welcome. We're going to be having some questions of the day and things like that. There's a question of the day in the chat, well, on the screen now. Question of the day is, who will take second in the Drivers' Championship? Sorry for the stuttering start to the stream there. I think it's going to be Checo. But we'll have to see how it's going in the race, won't we? Why are we getting so many frame drops? I seem to be getting horrendous amount of frame drops. What about now? Is that any better? Is that any better? Hopefully that's better. Hopefully we're okay now. That should have just dropped out for a moment, but hopefully we're all right now. It looks all right now. It wasn't very happy for a moment there. He wasn't very happy there. So, who takes second in the Drivers' Championship? There is a poll in the chat for you guys to go through. Wow, what a start to the stream. This hasn't been. After Max got all his hate, he's got to help him out. Yeah, I mean, look, I've never heard anyone from Red Bull talk about teamwork as much as Checo and Max have this past few days. I think Checo, the car looks so fast here. Indeed, Pascal. And it's looked like in the pre-shows as well that the Ferraris, or pre-shows, the sessions and everything, it's looked like the Ferraris have really been struggling, as per usual, with tyre deg here in Abu Dhabi. So I think it's going to really rest on the temperature. Am I still lagging? I don't know why I'm lagging. Why am I lagging so badly? Why am I lagging so badly here? Just give me a minute here. Why am I lagging so badly here? I don't know why it's doing this. Don't know why it's doing this, actually, because I have nothing open, so I don't know why it's lagging so badly. See, it's climbing back up again. No, it's not related, Liam. It's not related. I'm trying things. I'm trying to fix it, guys. I am trying to fix it. I am trying to fix it while I'm live. This is the problem with doing live stuff. It'll either work or it won't work. And at the moment, it doesn't seem to be. It doesn't seem to be working at the moment properly. I think we're a little bit back now. I think we're a little bit back now. Oh. I've got an idea. I've got an idea. I do have an idea, but it'll take me a few moments to do. One moment. Right, I do have an idea here. So you're just going to have to give me a moment. So we have technical problems, but the internet should be better now. So you're just going to have to give me a moment here. You're just going to have to give me a moment, because I'm not sure why everything was not working there, but I've moved to my backup solution that hopefully works, guys. But the question of the day, who's going to take the second place in the Drivers' Championship? We have Charles Leclerc and we have Checo on the same points, and also who else? There's George Russell. He can take it, but he's got to have fastest lap, and he's got to win, right? He's got to win as well. So this isn't working either. I may have to give this up as a bad job in a minute. I may have to. Well, there's not much you can do when you're live, apart from try. I'm definitely trying. Trying a backup option, which I should have had prepared, but I thought everything would work, as you do in live streaming. I don't know if that's going to turn everything off. I don't know. I did have some other stuff prepared as well. So let's have a look. That's my podium prediction. What's your podium prediction, guys? I'm trying to get everything to work this end. I'm having a right issue here. I am actually having a serious sort of issue here. Getting everything working because it just isn't. And I don't know why. It's sort of annoying at the moment. Well, all the preparation in the world, and sometimes things just don't work. 1 minute. Do you think Max, will he Checo out today? I have no idea what that sentence means, Daryl. Not an idea what that means, sorry. Right. Right then. Right then. We might be back in business shortly, so we'll see. How you doing, Gled? I hope you're doing well. I'm just having some technical issues this side, but yeah, I think I'm not really sure what you're saying there, Daryl, but what I think is that they will go to a full charm offensive, Red Bull. I think it's all going to be teamwork, it's all going to be friendliness, it's all going to be love, it's all going to be all of that. I think that's what you're going to get from Red Bull today. And I feel like, I honestly feel like what's going to happen actually is Max Verstappen is going to take the team order question out of sort of the conversation. Is going black screen of death. What do you mean? What? Is going to take it out of the equation so that it isn't a thing, you know? That no one, well, that it doesn't matter. If he just goes away at the front, then no one cares. He can do what he wants, and then it's up to Checo. You can only see a black screen. Is anyone else just getting a black screen, or? Now, the problem is, the way I'm doing it now, I won't have any commentary of my own, and I'm going to have to sort of look up like this the entire time, because now it's on my TV instead. I don't know about you. I'm asking everyone else, Gled. Refresh, Gled. Refresh the page, dude. I don't know why you've only got a black screen. So my podium prediction: Checo, Verstappen, Hamilton. Now he could check out Verstappen. If he doesn't check out, I think he's going to make it very obvious he's helped, because he can say as much as he wants that he doesn't care what people have said, but I mean he does, doesn't he? He does. So we'll see how that goes with him. Now I'm just going to have to fiddle around with what I'm doing here to get the race up for me, which is now 15 minutes away. 15 minutes away. everything, all my internet is just, I think my internet's just decided it doesn't want to work today, you know? It's like Sunday. No, it's a chill day, you know? What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? You don't do this on a Sunday. I did have the grid ready as well, so let's have a look at the grid. This is probably the worst watch along I've started off doing, so I apologise, guys, but I can't help technical problems when I go live. So, the grid being Verstappen and Perez, Leclerc, Sainz, Hamilton, Russell. Now, it is just my luck, to be honest, Liam. It is just my luck. The interesting thing that I think the Red Bulls drive away. Quite honestly, I think the Red Bulls just drive away. No one seems to have the pace. I don't think. And I think it depends on the temperature. Now, F1 TV have been saying that the temperature has been dropping. So that plays into the hands of Ferrari. It being windy plays into the hands of Ferrari because Ferrari have had terrible temperature-related deg all season. And the Mercedes is extremely sensitive to wind as well. I mean, I know all the F1 cars are, but the Mercedes in particular is sensitive to strong wind, changes in direction of wind. So both of those things, the temperature dropping and the wind, plays into Ferrari's hands. But I still think, personally, I would still give Checo first, Verstappen second, Hamilton third, because I think Max is going to go full sort of, my team's amazing, Checo's an amazing teammate, and help him and give him the win. I feel like that's going to happen. I don't know. Triggered by that grid. Well, it's the official F1 1. So I don't know. If please do though, please smash a like on the stream, guys. It's super helpful. Smash a like on the stream, and if you are new here, please do subscribe. So the watch along, how this is going to go is, in a moment I'm going to show all the live timings over on that side, and I'll basically offer my commentary. Now I've got no commentary at all. My end at all. So I'm going to be sat like this, and I'm going to be reading chat, and I'm going to be checking things, and I'm just going to call it as I see it. I'm just going to call it as I see it. And you guys can keep me updated. I don't know what provider you're watching with. If you're watching with Sky, if you're watching with F1 TV, if you're watching with another provider from another country, then please do feel free to correct me on things, to say, hey, Rich, Charles is going really quickly, or anything, you know, because that's what it's about. It's about interaction. It's about just getting involved and you know, having fun with it, sort of thing. So we're just waiting on the start of the Grand Prix. 11 minutes to go-ish until they get going. I think I am legitimately having internet problems today because everything is sorted now, but I'm still struggling to watch. I'm still struggling to watch the Formula One, which is a bit of a shame. It is a little bit of a shame. I need to refresh this page on my right as well. Hopefully that refreshes. I'm not sure if I can actually do that, but there we go. Is everything working okay now, guys? Can you let me know in the chat? Is everything working okay now? I can't tell because I'm still getting some errors. I'm still getting some errors this side. I feel like everything's good. Podium prediction, Max, Checo, Sainz. Interesting. Seb has tears in his eyes, and so do I. Oh, mate, honestly, if I get to the end of the Grand Prix and I'm not crying, I'll be shocked. I mean, at the minute, I'll be lucky if I can watch the Grand Prix because, yeah, my internet is... It's being... Well, I guess it just doesn't want the season to end. I guess it just doesn't want the season to end because I'm having problems here. I'm having problems. Many problems. That's my podium prediction. Checo, Verstappen, Hamilton. But then again, Verstappen was unreal in Q3, wasn't he? Absolutely unreal in Q3. I do have an idea to sort this out. It's just whether it actually works in a moment for me. It's a bit annoying having to do things live. I apologise, guys, because I understand the annoyance of me doing this live, but I'm trying to sort things as I go here, somewhat. I think I've just messed it up again. There we go. Vettel in tears in his eyes is making me sad. I've not seen that picture. I'm not going to lie. I've not seen Vettel with tears in his eyes because I'm having trouble. Maybe it's hitting him. I mean, he's happy. He's said lots of times he's happy, hasn't he? Has Vettel? But you know, I think it's going to be tough, isn't it? It's going to be tough. Like for all of them, all they know is Formula One, isn't it? All they know is competing. All he's known since he was a young child, while not specifically Formula One, is competing, you know, and it's the same with all of them. I mean, admittedly, some of them won't be quite as old and things like that, but all they've ever known is that. I'd like him to get points today. I'd like him to get points today, personally. I don't think there's many that wouldn't want him to get in the points, you know. It's just such a shame because I think not just because it's the end of him in Formula One. I think so many people are warming to him as well. You know, I really do, and it's not because of it being the end. I think a lot of people are just seeing him for the guy he is. You know, and it's really helping him. How you doing, Harry? What's your opinion on Mix/Race? I mean, I've done quite a few videos and stuff on Mix/Race, but I don't think it's right that he's out of Formula One. Honestly, I really don't think it's right he's out of Formula One, but I understand it. I do understand it, but I still don't feel Mick should be out of Formula One, and I feel that quite strongly. I know not everyone agrees with me, and people say how much his cost and things like that, but I can't help but feel that's still a bit of a narrative for whatever reason to soften the blow, because there are many examples throughout recent Formula One history of rookie drivers crashing the car more, you know, and having DNFs and things like that, and becoming double world champions. But we forget about that quickly. When the media has a narrative, we forget that stuff very, very quickly, you know. But I think we'll see him. I think we'll see him. Someone said, "Why are you throwing a tantrum?" Eh? Oh. It's a real shame for Mick. He's got more to show. He has, hasn't he? I feel that quite strongly. I want to know how delayed I am, because I'm just seeing the sort of F1 intro now. I'm getting quite a lot of lag my end. I don't know why. I really don't know why. It's very annoying. I think Mick had more to show. I truly do. But I've said this so much now that I know I'm boring with it. But I mean, I've made like 3 videos on the channel about it and so on. I just think he genuinely had more to show, honestly. But it is what it is. You've got to have people on the grid. There's only so many spots. And it is what it is. Okay, mindset. Okay, I think I've got to change my thing. 5-minute countdown just started. That's good information. Let me just check my end then. Because I watch online, you see. No idea, Liam. I don't watch highlights, mate. Sorry. Not a clue. In a few hours, I would imagine, but not a clue. Like 6 o'clock, maybe. Enjoy the everyone. I'm still trying to get mine to work. I'm hoping it's going to work, otherwise I'm in bother. I'm struggling to get, like, HD on a gig download thing, which is mad. Mick will be Mercedes' third driver, probably. He probably will be Mercedes' third driver. I agree. And at his stage of his career, look, what Daniel Ricciardo is doing makes no sense to me. But what Mick Schumacher, if he's third driver, that makes complete sense to me. There are different ends of their career, aren't they? So we've seen drivers recently do what potentially Mick Schumacher might be about to do, and come back all the better for it. With like Ocon, he came back stronger, some would argue. So I don't think it's the end of Mick, but it's certainly, I mean, it's not ideal. It'd be better if he had a race seat, wouldn't it? But I think he's worthy of a decent seat. I think he's worthy of a decent seat. I truly do. Think Dan's move makes sense for Red Bull. I mean, yeah, but I mean, sort of, I suppose, because they'll make some money off him. But Tyler, I haven't even looked at that. I should have done, but I haven't even had a look at that. Should have had a look at that, Harry. So I'm just seeing all the starting grid information now. I can bring that up on screen as well. Fighting for first in the fantasy between Derek and Chris. I always forget to change. Chris has always been all over that since we started that. I always forget to change my drivers out all the time. How you doing? Please don't forget to hit the like on the stream, guys. I realise I've been a bit pants today, but I'm just having sort of technical issues my end. I mean, there's no you can do. I suppose it's like when it happens on live TV, it's the same thing, isn't it? Like, I've tried to remedy them, and I have made some changes this end to try and stop it. So hopefully I can watch it. If not, then just seeing pictures of Sebastian Vettel on the grid, zooming right in on his eyes. God, you know, that's a fearsome thing. That's a fearsome thing, isn't it? Like, really. Those of you who were around for Sebastian Vettel's sort of prime years, shall we say, those of you that were around for that, a fired up, emotional Sebastian Vettel is a fearsome thing. On the Formula One grid. It just is. A Sebastian Vettel in that mood is a match for any driver on that grid, even still. And I'll stand by that opinion. Sebastian Vettel in that mood is just an unbelievable thing. So, getting dropped onto the grid here. I'm seeing 2 red lights on the screen as they click into gear. So we'll have the live timing up on the screen there. So we're seeing, I don't know if this is correct, but Gasly on softs with Magnussen and Bottas on hards and everyone else on mediums. Interesting. Yeah, man. Like, this is part of the reason I'm streaming, so that I don't cry like an absolute child at the end of the race when he crosses the line, because I'm going to be gutted. I am going to be gutted. I know. I am. So we're seeing him now leave the grid, and what I normally do, and what I will do, is I'll count down what I'm seeing, and then probably for the first couple of laps, I'll just probably commentate it as I see it, and then I'll come back to chat, because I'm watching online. There'll be people watching online as well. There'll be people watching it live over the TV, live over the internet, different countries, different providers, and we will almost certainly be out of sync all race, and there's nothing we can do about that. But I've got no commentary, so this is going to be really weird. This is the first F1 race I'm ever going to watch in my life on mute, and I have to watch it on mute because if I turn up the volume, you guys will be able to hear it. Normally I have the audio coming through my headset, so I can still at least keep up with the commentary. So I am literally going to call it as I see it for the entire race, and pretend I'm a commentator. I prefer this track layout. I agree with that. I prefer this track layout, Chris, for sure. F1 manager getting Vettel another championship. That'll be easy. That'll be easy, but I'll do it at some point, no doubt. I'll do it at some point, even if I just bring him back to Red Bull and do it just to do it. As what I'm seeing is the leaders are just coming around sort of the hotel section and underneath the hotel. We will be out of sync a little bit, guys, but once we're into the race, unless it's a massive moment, it won't matter if, you know, we're half a lap difference or anything, does it? It doesn't matter. I absolutely bloody love Formula One, and I have to admit, I think Abu Dhabi would be a really great place to go. I think I'm too much of a peasant to go there and watch a Formula One race, but I think it'd be brilliant. Seeing Toto there. I doubt he'll have cause for any of the dramatics of last year. Wow, what a difference a year makes, eh? As we see the Red Bulls now coming down towards the grid, warming their tyres, followed by the Ferraris and then the Mercedes. I mean, that's a perfect picture for this season, isn't it, really? The Red Bulls, the Ferraris, the Mercedes, 2 by 2. I mean, that is this season, isn't it? Really? That is this season. Close up on Bonotto. Is this his last race in charge? There's been a lot of talk on that. There's Horner. It's definitely not his last race in charge. I'll say that. Who knows? Who knows? See, one of the Alpha Tower is really lighting up the rears at the back there as Latifi takes up last place for the last time. You're going to miss him. You're going to miss him. Okay, they're formed up on the grid on my screen, and we've got 1, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and they're away. Everyone's away. Solid start. We see one of the Mercedes towards the inside. Oh, the Red Bull's close through turn 1. But who's that? That's one of the Ferraris has dropped back, and one of the Mercedes has dropped back. I think it's Hamilton up to 4th. Hamilton up to 4th. I'm not sure. So that's George down to like 6th place now, as the Ferrari of Leclerc is having a look at Checo straight away. He's going to have to stay close because those Red Bulls are absolutely lightning fast down the straights, aren't they? As Leclerc's looking in his mirror towards Hamilton there. Wow, Sainz sends it. Sainz absolutely Verstappen's it up the inside. Oh, big bump. Big bump there for Hamilton as he had to take avoiding action. Now, look, for me, that is a textbook crowding and I'm of the same opinion as Verstappen last year. And whenever anyone does this, it's a textbook forcing someone off the track. That is what that is. I don't know why it's not enforced during court. Like you can't. That's just not a pass if you force someone off. Was it? It was Sainz. It was Sainz, yeah. Sainz up the inside. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand why that's an okay thing in Formula One. You're going to have to keep me updated. If any of the well, probably people have got a different opinion to me of that because I'm a little bit of a traditionalist. It's incident involving forcing another driver off the track. Noted. Forced him off, Gled. Look, for me, and I've had this opinion since last year when Verstappen did it into that corner on Hamilton. the same thing. People were like, oh, Hamilton cut. I mean, he just didn't. He had nowhere to go. But anyway, we do have Verstappen, Perez, Leclerc, top three, with Hamilton right up behind Leclerc. Has Sainz let him past? Has Sainz let him past? Or has Hamilton done him? Has Sainz let him back past, guys? I haven't seen that on my coverage, but Hamilton's in front of Sainz again. Am I having a brain fart? Am I having a brain fart? Sainz has let him back past, hasn't he? And so they've said no further action because he's let him back past. Am I correct? He never got past. Right, okay, my bad. I thought he did. When I glanced and I was talking, it must have been Russell I glanced. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Guys. Yeah, that he must have let him back past. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, to me, it was open and closed case of forcing him off track, me. I don't think he kept the place, Gled. I really don't, mate. I'm sure I saw Hamilton was behind. But either way, he's given it back, and whatever's happened there, it's the correct outcome. So we've got Leclerc now chasing the Red Bulls. Quite honestly, I think this is it. Rules don't apply to Hamilton. They won't give the position back to Sainz. I have no idea what you're on about, David. I have no idea. What's going on? Honestly, what is this nonsense? Look. So Sainz was in front when Hamilton was off track. I need to see it again. I need to see this again. So maybe Gled was right. I'm almost certain. I feel almost certain that Hamilton was behind Sainz. Was he not? I'm almost certain. I'm going to have to see a replay. I haven't seen a replay. They're showing the start again now. I don't know if they are on your screens, guys. So now I'm seeing a replay now. So Hamilton's right behind Leclerc. You've got Sainz in a different postcode, but he is catching towards the braking area. Fair play. He sends it, pushes him off. Hamilton's got nowhere to go. He did. He did stay in front. You're right, Gled. I apologise. He did stay in front. Now, I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. What? Jesus Christ! What does he have to do here? He gets pushed off the track, turns into an aeroplane, and then just rejoins. Like, what's he meant to do? What is it he's meant to do? I don't get that. I really don't get that. In my own little bubble of silence. So there was no further investigation for pushing him off, which, look, I won't be changed on that. He pushed him off. Where was Hamilton meant to go? And then he's got to give a position back because he was forced off like that. I'm really confused by that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really confused by that. But then again, I'm one of, it seems, the few Formula One fans. I'm one of the few Formula One fans these days who just doesn't agree with that form of passing. I don't care what people say. I don't like it. As we see him coming back down towards turn 6 again, he's in his slipstream. DRS wide open. He's on the outside of the corner. Gone for the cutback there to get a good exit out of 7. And he's done it perfect. Textbook, yeah. Really good drive. Should have the DRS. And he's done him, yeah. Spot on. I mean, that's only right anyway. How do we feel about that as racing fans? Honestly, am I alone in my thinking about that? Like, am I imagining situations like Schumacher and Kimi Räikkönen racing side by side and leaving space and things like this? Why is it a modern Formula One thing to just barge people off? I don't understand what it is. Because they're not affecting a clean pass; they're just barging people off. I don't really get that. All that. I don't really understand all that. It's fast because it's Hamilton's car. They've spent $460 billion on it, David. Just on Hamilton's car, though. George's car was bought with a tin of beans and half a tin of Spam. So I'm told. I mean, the speed of the Mercedes, it's not that the speed of the Mercedes is incredible. It isn't. It isn't, to be fair, David. The speed of that Mercedes isn't incredible. They're in the DRS. I don't know what you're seeing. It's a known quantity that Mercedes isn't particularly fast in a straight line, you know? Sainz is definitely struggling, though, isn't he? He's definitely struggling a lot. And this is what I said before the race. That the tyres are absolutely critical here. The tyres are critical here. And Ferrari all season have had horrendous tyre degradation, and tyre deg is huge here. Now, I don't know the truth of it, but I did read I don't know whether it was to Sky Sports in like UK or another Russell radio. They've not put it on text what he said there, so I don't know what he said. But the Toto Wolff said that Mercedes completely ignored qualifying setup. Basically, they fully set the car up for today for tyre degradation and to look after the tyres, which I don't know how aggressive they've gone on. I don't know how aggressive they've gone on that, but wouldn't it be crazy to see Mercedes just do something entirely different as the Red Bulls continue to just lead by miles? You've got Sainz in a bit of a Mercedes sandwich here. Russell said Hamilton needs to break DRS to Sainz. Cheers, thank you. Speed of Mercedes with Sainz having DRS is crazy. I really don't know what you're on about. It just isn't. It just isn't, David. I'm not sure. Are you equipped with eyes? Because I am, and I can see the closing speed at the end of the straight for Sainz to Hamilton. Am I the only one? Am I the only one? So we're on board here with Seb Vettel, who is currently running in the points in ninth, within the DRS of Ocon, and he's got an Alonso hunting him. A little bit of an onboard here from Hamilton going wide. Does anyone know if Hamilton's reported any floor damage at all? Interestingly, there a little bit of a replay on Mick Schumacher has clearly dropped back. Well, DRS isn't a free pass, David. So let's look at this gap, because I'm only just seeing this. So what you're telling me is there was about 10 car lengths between them out of turn 5, and there were no car lengths between them into turn 6. So I don't really know what your problem is there, David. So he's got the DRS out of 7, and he's gone alongside him, and he's passed him. So I don't know what you're on about, David. I really do not know what you're on about. I think your Hamilton hate is quite painful. Yeah, it's the Merc that's sus, Rob. It's the Merc that's sus. And Vettel's battling with Ocon right now, which is good to see. So all you're really saying, David, in amongst all these comments is the Ferrari is slow, which I think everyone would agree with right now. Seb is still chasing Ocon on my screen. Russell on the radio again, my end. I don't know what he's saying. Let me know. Please do make sure you're smashing the like on the stream, guys. We're going to be doing this stream for the watch-along, and then we're going to be doing... I'm going to be doing the driver ratings straight after this. So make sure you have subscribed. As Russell has the DRS on Hamilton. Hamilton goes tentatively defensive there, but nothing too untoward. As they go through 7. Out onto the next DRS. George with the DRS. Again, making a pass. Effective. Clean pass. I think this just shows the power of the DRS on this track as well, contrary to what David was just on about, that it's really important to stay in that DRS, otherwise you've got problems. Hamilton's losing power. Yeah, Formula One cars aren't made to take a beating like that unless it's an Alpine, you know? And they're weird anyway, because they break down randomly. So I've just seen, I'm losing power, man, what's going on? Yeah. It'd be a shame for the Hamilton fans out there if he continues to drop back, but we'll keep an eye on that gap. As Vettel's still in an Alpine sandwich, I think this would be great, you know, to see Vettel and Alonso really have a go at each other. That'd be fantastic. It's a shame they're not up the front, and it could be like a Vettel, Hamilton, Alonso three-way dice in Vettel's last race. That'd be mega. I think David is a Hamilton fan. I really don't think he is. I really don't think he is. Vettel is all over the back of Ocon. All on the same tyres as well, aren't they? Yes, they're all on medium tyres. Vettel is right up the bumper gearbox of Ocon. Having a look on the outside at turn 9. Nothing to be done there. Going around the outside of there would be a Titanic move. You'd need like brand new tyres versus old tyres there. Kind of like what happened last year, you know? That's how you make moves like that work. He loves the Mercedes, does David. It's quite close in the midfield, isn't it? Got an onboard with Lando Norris. I'm not sure why. Running well in 7th place, chasing the 2 Mercedes. It's interesting up at the front, the intervals, 3 seconds, 3.1 seconds, 3 seconds. The Red Bulls and the Ferraris evenly spaced. The Mercedes tyres have gone, have they? I mean, unless they've specifically said it, they're just running where they've been running, right? The early movement was a bit of... I don't know, just early DRS and stuff, but they are only running where they were running. Hello, how are you doing? Hi, Rich. Paris. It looks weird because I'm just looking up at my TV. So as he said, he's got problems again with his engine, or are we hearing the same thing? Please do make sure you smash the like buttons, guys. They look like they're dropping off quick with times. I think it's a hard one to say, Sam, because there was 7 tenths off anyway in qualifying. It's a really hard thing to say, Sam, you know? Like, they haven't been on pace all weekend, the Mercedes, have they? All good. Sat at Brighton watching the race. How was Skeggy? Skeggy was awesome, thank you. It was really good to see those V8s going around. I thought I was deaf, though. Thought I was done in. It was really, really good. Come on, Vettel. Get it past Ocon. He's a peasant compared to you. Get it done, lad. So the gap, Perez is dropping off a little bit more on Verstappen, but Leclerc is catching. Has Perez had a mistake or something? Because he's dropped off quite a bit from Verstappen in the last lap or two. I don't know. Don't know, really. Because Leclerc is catching Perez. I'd love to see Checo P1. I thought it was going to be Checo P1. Cheers, Paris. Take it easy. What do you think, Rich? Is it going to be a two-stop? Or I haven't actually seen... with them talking about tyre deg, I'd guess it's going to be a two-stop, but I don't know. Are they going to go mediums to hards? I have no idea. You know, you could see people going aggressive. Like, Gasly's got the softs on at the back. What's he doing tyre lap-wise? Albon's out. I'm seeing it on the live timing over there. Albon's out. I'm not seeing it on my TV yet. Anyone with anything on that? Hamilton on board? I'm not hearing anything. Hamilton's really dropping, isn't he? And he's gone off again at turn 1. Is he reported any lack of downforce or anything? You might see them swap to softs, you know. Oh, Albon just boxed. Okay. Albon boxed for hard tyres. Lewis reporting issues, yep. Please do smash the like button, guys. Get involved in the chat. There's something up with the car, something up with CarMate. Yep, I see. Yeah, I mean, he didn't just do a wheelie, he fully took off. How you doing, Michael? All good, man. How are you? How are we enjoying the Grand Prix so far, guys? How are we enjoying the Grand Prix so far? It's interesting to see Albon pit so early. He was on the mediums as well, I believe. Maybe Williams are just trying something different. Stroll boxing onto the... well, he's on the mediums, but Stroll's also boxed. We don't really say that, David. We don't really say that. Cheers, dude. We don't really say that. I wouldn't really wish that on any of them, to be honest. Now, look, I'm not just saying this because it's Hamilton at all in any way. But it looked to me like I understand the track limits call because I've just seen that he's got 2 strikes on track limits. But it seemed to me both times when he went wide at turn 1 that it was actually slower for him to do so. Like he actually went wide. Would you guys agree? Like it didn't look like he was particularly doing it to save himself time. It looked like he was literally running wide. Leclerc closing on Checo. How is Max helping this situation? Well, I think this is the thing. Though, Rob. I thought this might happen, that Verstappen just does his own thing. And if he's 10 seconds in front, they can't ask him to slow down. It's up to Perez, right? As we see Vettel still having a go at Ocon. Go on, lad. They might have to undercut or something here, Aston Martin. The Alpines looking strong in race trim. They have done most of the season, haven't they, the Alpines? If Perez wants to pass Verstappen, he should speed up. Yep. Guys, there's 31 of you watching and only 14 likes on the stream. Please do hit that like button. Smash the like. Yeah, we'll have DRS shortly. As we see Ocon pit, probably to guard against the undercut. Who have we got in the pit here? Ocon and Tsunoda. And Schumacher as well. They're all putting on hard tyres, so I guess the one's stopping it. But if the how long are the hards due to last? I agree, Dewey. Unbelievable. Unbelievable insight. You're nearly as good as Will Buxton. Perez box, Russell box, Norris box, all on mediums. Interesting. Deg seems high. That's what I'm just thinking, Harry. If they're all coming off mediums after 15 laps, are they really going to the end on hards? Or are they going to put some softs on at the end? Surely that was track limits for Verstappen. He was well wide on the final corner. Or do we not mind in the race on the final corner? I don't know. Think two-stop would be better here. The hard might be pig slow. Yeah. They're all putting on hard tyres. I mean, they'll know. Obviously, they know better than us. Lewis saying his tyre. I mean, look. I mean, that'd be interesting. Keep an eye on the live timings there on the side. Yeah. Unfortunately, I would have put his team radio on, but my normal coverage isn't working properly. So I'm having to watch it on mute. So I hope I'm staying in touch with the race pretty well. Magnussen on hard tyres from the start up to 11th. Hey, thank you, Beast, for subscribing to the channel. That's awesome. I think that's our first live sub. Thank you. Oh, hang on. Wasn't that... Who's that running wide? Perez. Just ran massively wide. Is this Vettel? Vettel doing him? Go on, Vettel! Go on, Vettel! Go on, Vettel! Yes! Go on, Vettel! He don't care, the boy! Red what? Red my ass. Come on. Vettel, go on, lad. That's why you ran wide, wasn't it? Ah, cheers. Cheers, Tariq. Thank you. Sorry for that little outburst. I just enjoyed that. Simply lovely. So we're having a look at Russell. Someone just said about Russell, unsafe release. Think it was Harry. I'm just seeing it now. His red light stayed on ages. Green light. Oh, that's a penalty. That's a penalty. Russell's in trouble there for a penalty. For sure. That is a textbook unsafe. Yeah, that's textbook unsafe release. Seeing the Perez replay, he slightly locked up the front left. I think he just misjudged that with the new tyres, didn't he? As Perez is coming back past under the DRS, Vettel gets straight underneath him for the return. Right rear was, it was sticky, wasn't it? Something on with the right rear there for Russell. Seb should have the DRS down the second straight, which he does, which should allow him to stay in touch. This will help Vettel, though, you know, versus the Alpine of... Let's have a look here. Ocon did a 131.1 versus Vettel's 32.9. So Ocon very firmly has the undercut here. Very firmly has the undercut. But as I've said, the undercuts work both ways. You know, like now, all this is ensuring is that Vettel's going to have more tyre at some point. As Sainz boxes, Russell with fastest lap of the race as well on a 29.8. Very, very fast indeed lap that. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Seb, even if it doesn't work, Seb just do something different, you know? Do something different, go two-stop. See if you can go medium, soft or something mad. But I don't think that's going to work because the tyre deck's so high. But you know what I mean. Medium, soft. Just something different, you know? Just something different. I love seeing Seb and Alonso having a little bit of a battle, you know. Lewis thinks his floor's broken. It'd make sense, wouldn't it? It'd make sense. It took a massive crack. Yeah, he hasn't got the rear gun rock on, so he's got to take a different path. Well, yeah. Loving this, though. Two genuine legends of the sport. I'm loving that they're on camera so much. Alonso and Vettel racing. People, you should just appreciate this. You should just appreciate this. Really should. As we see Hamilton box. What's he going to go to here? Hard tyres. Looks like a clean stop to me. 2.3 seconds. Quick enough. Vettel up to 4th, Alonso up to 5th. Now, we have seen Alonso do some random stuff with pit stops, so it's possible he... Yeah, I've just seen Hamilton say he thinks the floor's broken. Thinks the floor's broken. So what's that about there? I've just seen loads of names on a tyre. What's that about? I didn't catch what team that was. I didn't. At one point, Rob, there was like a leaflet or something. It was like a piece of paper on track on the second DRS ran past the secondary pits. There was like a piece of paper that flew into the air. Names of crew members. Thanks. Cheers. Nice little touch, isn't it? People appreciate people things, you know? Bloody hell. Just seeing some of them yachts that are parked there. Insane. Max always has to be... Why, what's up with him? I haven't seen anything yet. He's 7.5 seconds in the lead. What's wrong? I haven't seen anything yet. Fastest lap there for Perez at 29.7. Front right is swear words. I mean, he communicated it. Now, Alonso in the pit. So he's going to undercut, and it looks like a clean stop. Alonso should undercut Vettel here. Yeah, Charles is going long. We've got Verstappen in the box as well. Everyone going on to hards. So what are the other commentators saying? Are they saying that they the hards will make it to the end? Or remember as well, guys, do subscribe to the channel, because after this stream, I'm going to go live probably about 5 or 10 minutes after with a driver rating show. I'll probably and where I rank each driver 1 to 10, basically, with how out of 10 I rank each driver out of 10. I never know how to explain it, but it's worth coming along and sharing what you thought of the Grand Prix. As we see Verstappen go to the hards as well. So now we've only got Vettel and Leclerc out on the medium tyres. Now, what we're going to look at here, I think a good sort of barometer for the hard tyres will be Bottas and Kevin Magnussen, because they're on 20-lap old hard tyres. So when they box, you'll know, you know. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised it's a penalty for Russell. Honestly, I'm not surprised it's a penalty for Russell. I haven't seen it on my screen yet, but so Perez is close because of the undercut, right? Is close because of the undercut. Now, are Ferrari actually just going to do something so different here? I don't think the hard's going to last either. I mean, that's a slam dunk. Leclerc box. Yeah, Leclerc's in the pits now. So I don't see them doing anything different. But, I mean, over Perez, this could be meaningful at the end. Over Perez, Leclerc's tyres will be, what, 6-7 laps newer? So that is meaningful at the end. if they do stay on those tyres, with Vettel in the DRS of Russell, how long are they going to stay out on those? I mean, to be fair, if there's a safety car, then it's a masterstroke for Aston Martin, but hard tyres going on there, that looked reasonably slow, did it? 3 seconds, yeah, slow stop there for Ferrari. I felt like it was slow. The undercut is powerful around here. It is powerful around here, and I think even the hard tyres are experiencing deg, quite high deg. And it looks like, in fact, Leclerc's going to be behind Sainz as they come out nearly the same. I mean, surely Sainz is just going to sit behind Leclerc, right? Come what may here. Unless they do some kind of leapfrogging. They might do that. They might try that to go forward. It could work here. For sure it could work here. If they play that. Could you imagine in a safety car which leads to Charles beating Checo? I could imagine that. I do like that. Looks cool. The two Ferraris running in formation. They look pretty cool. That's just one of my favourite racing cars ever, though. The way it looks, I just think it's a beautiful racing car. I just do. It looks awesome. It's the two of them running together like that. But this just shows. This does actually fairly perfectly show. Right, I'm seeing Max again. What happened here? Cleaning off his front wing. Left rear sticky, I think, was the issue there. 3.4 second stop. Right, I see. George coming past Seb on the replay there. I mean, George seems to be running well. Just don't know how much damage Hamilton's had. But this is a perfect picture of the season, isn't it? The two Red Bulls running closely together, the two Ferraris running closely together, and I feel like the two Mercedes would be a lot closer together if it weren't for that excursion. Because I would believe that Hamilton has some damage. I'd believe that, you know. I've run out of coffee. That's never a good thing. As we're on lap 23 of 58, bloody hell, we're nearly halfway through already. Crazy times. Crazy times. Three wide. I'm not sure who that was. Is it Ocon? No, it's Alonso. Alonso, Tsunoda and Bottas, three wide. Into the second DRS. Alonso without DRS. Tsunoda's passed. Bottas not getting past there, though. That is a battle and a half. That is. Vettel's still not boxing. Vettel still hasn't boxed. He's losing a lot of time. 3 seconds a lap right now is Vettel. What's the play here from Aston Martin? If it's the same at the end, Max should let Checo past. Why? Why? I just saw Russell radio, but I don't know what he said. Confirming pen. Cheers, Chris. Wants to go long. It's interesting. That really is losing so much time. I just don't... They must have figured something out. But right now, it just doesn't look a good idea. But... what laps is Magnussen? So, Magnussen is doing 34s. Bottas on 24 lap old hard tyres is doing 32 sevens, but he had some DRS, didn't he, Bottas? Magnussen's doing 34s on the same old hard tyres. So it seems like they lose about 2 seconds, maybe, over about 20 laps. As I'm seeing a replay here of Lando taking Vettel, I think. Is he just saying goodbye to all the drivers, just allowing them past just by going mega long? I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why he would let. I don't know why Verstappen would let Perez past at this point. I don't know why you would do that at this point. Like, there's no need for it. Well, I'm a little bit baffled as to what Vettel can do here. Unless, I mean, he's gone that long on the mediums now. I just don't know. Right, Vettel's in the pits now. What's he going to go on to? So do you think it's medium hard? And do you think actually now? Do you think it's medium hard? Is the strat? Because I actually don't know because I can't hear commentary. But Vettel's doing medium hard one stop. Do you think that's what they're doing? But the actual strat is medium hard, and instead, because you've just said that Russell wants to go long, he's trying to do medium hard soft? I don't know. So Vettel's gone on to scrubbed hard tyres. And he's down to 19th place. Smoke out of Seb's car. I'll have to watch if it comes up on my screen. So I'm only just seeing Seb box now. I realise I'm delayed, but I'm watching it on F1 TV. Could be Vettel's last ever pit stop in Formula 1 indeed. I'm watching for the smoke out of his car. I don't know. That was a bit weird, wasn't it? Did he just light up the tyres at the end of the pit lane or something? What did he do there? Because there's no smoke now. Very weird. But there we go. There we go. That could be Sebastian Vettel's last ever pit stop in Formula 1. I really hope whatever he's I mean, look, now you would have to say is in a position to go to the end because now it's going to be interesting to see when Magnussen and Bottas pit. Brought him out on Vettel is 19th. That's a mistake doing a one-stop. Well, who knows? Who knows? Everyone else has got to do a pit stop, Gled. So right now, you would have to say what? It's probably, I don't know what the delta is. What, 25 seconds for a pit here? So here, he's still in the top 10. It was his tyres that locked at the end of the pit lane. It's a bit weird. As we see, I'm not sure who this is. Is this Gasly and Magnussen fighting? Yeah, it is, yeah. So Schumacher as well, because I'm a Schumacher fan, has boxed and is ahead still of Magnussen. Oh dear. That was weird. That would be a weird thing for him to do. Bit weird, that. Yeah. Bit weird. It's strange me watching this with no commentary. I'm just trying to make the most of it as I'm watching it. Perez is still close, but it does look like you know, he's just sitting behind Verstappen, just slightly out of the dirty air, you know. Alonso out. No, I guess is it? I'm not seeing it yet. Is this mechanical again? Is it mechanical again? I'm not seeing it yet. I'm probably 30 seconds behind live. I'm watching now. I'm an Alonso fan, in case you don't know, guys, so I'm a little bit annoyed at that. If it's mechanical again, I think that's number 7. I think that's the 7th time this season. That's the 7th time this season. So I'm seeing Alonso come into the pits and just park. What was wrong with it? What was wrong? That's a joke. That is a joke. I'm sure that's the 7th. Honestly, I am sure this season for Alonso, that's the 7th mechanical DNF. That's insane. Such terrible reliability. And you know what? As an Alonso fan, I don't make a secret of being an Alonso fan. Aston Martin have shown signs of something, in my opinion, towards the latter third of this championship. They've shown signs of taking a step forward. And as an Alonso fan, I'm really hopeful that that carries on. So, yeah. So Leclerc's pushing on now. Let's just check that. On the last lap, 0.8 of a second faster than Perez. And he does have much newer tyres, indeed. So this is what I was saying. You could see, right, interesting note, lap 28, Magnussen pitted after 28 laps on the hard tyres. So they're all pitting again, for sure. They're all pitting again. As the fuel comes off, Vettel probably is doing a one-stop now, because as the fuel comes off, he'll probably be able to get to the end. You know, it'll wear the tyres less and whatnot, but everyone else is boxing, again, easily. Probably onto hard tyres. But what has Perez just been? Yeah, I'm being held up by Max. I don't believe he is. I just don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I would imagine if there was another radio message to Max to push on. Look, I like Checo, but he isn't Max. Max has got more pace. Like, look, we all know, even pre-ground effect, pre these regs, the dirty air was about 1.5 to 2 seconds, and it's less than that now. So he either wants Max to actually speed up, or he wants that position. I wouldn't be surprised if Max got a radio call there to push on, and we don't see Perez particularly follow, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll look at as Max Verstappen does a personal best lap. So, yeah. Now, a fun fact you might not know, guys. Red Bull driving for a one-stop. Are they on a one-stop site saying? I don't think they can be on a one-stop. I honestly don't. So Magnussen's gone on to the mediums. I'm only mentioning Magnussen and Bottas because they have the they had the hard tyres on. Water leak for Alonso. It's not good enough. Curiously, if you check the timings up there, Hamilton just set a purple first sector. Oh. Someone just went wide. One of the Alfa Romeos. Joe just went wide. I'm not sure what happened there. I caught that late. Well, yeah, Bottas has just boxed. So he's gone 30 laps on those tyres. He's just boxed on those tyres. Yeah, Alonso will have had totally enough for that. I wouldn't be surprised if he did his media stuff that he has to do and just left the circuit. I think he's well done with Alpine now, isn't he? So we're seeing Vettel here. Bottas locked up. Yeah. That's what happened. I caught that a touch late. But he was on 30-lap-old hard tyres. So, also Bottas going on to the mediums there. Interestingly, I'll keep an eye on Magnussen, but he doesn't seem to be going particularly fast right now. But where is Magnussen on track? I think he was getting... No, he wasn't getting lapped. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Hamilton, it's just shown on TV with the fastest Sector 1. And Hamilton did do his fastest lap of the race last lap round, which is weird, isn't it? Very weird. So Vettel, I think Vettel is going to the end. Whether this is going to work or not is another thing, but I like it that he's doing something different. Russell on the radio, I don't want to pit too early. So Leclerc, currently Leclerc is, well, last lap he was 0.3 faster, than Perez, as Verstappen sets a personal best lap. And yeah, 0.6 of a second again, Leclerc on Perez. Perez isn't being held up. He's consistently going slower than Verstappen. Verstappen's going quicker. Like, personally, Verstappen is setting green sectors all the time, is Verstappen. So Leclerc is starting to speed up now. As Russell sets a purple first sector as well, and Hamilton sets a green for... The Mercedes are moving, for the Mercedes fans. Both Hamilton and Russell have set purple sectors in the last few laps. 4th time this year for Alonso for a suspected water leak. Yeah, it's just not good enough. It's not good enough. So this is where the tyre differential... You know what I said? Undercuts work both ways. This is it. Perez jumped onto the hard tyres early, undercut quite significantly, and now he's going a lot slower because his tyres are six laps older. You know, it's you know, everyone screams about the undercut, but the problem with the undercut is the other end. You know, you go slower. You know. Perez with a lock up into turn 6 as well. This could be massive, because frankly, looking at the lap, Perez box. It's a true story, Dewey. It's a true story. So Perez's box, after 18 laps on the hard tyres, I think that I feel like that was a shorter stint than planned on those hard tyres. We're on lap 33, so the next stop will be to the end. And he's put on brand new hard tyres as Hamilton sets another purple first sector. So I feel like we could be witnessing Leclerc potentially taking the upper hand here. Because now he has to go even longer on those hard tyres than the ones he's just taken off. Like, I know he's using fuel and they'll get easier on the tyres and so on, but I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that myself. Verstappen's still pumping in good times. The Mercedes is still pumping in decent enough times. I mean, the Mercedes currently are faster than both Ferraris ahead and not as fast as Verstappen. Perez just not delivering while he's needing to, is my take at the moment. So the Mercedes should be it's not much, but they both are catching on the Ferraris ahead. It's literally a couple of tenths here and there. Be very interested to see Perez's first clean lap out of the pits. Make sure you smash the like button, guys. And if you're new here, please do make sure you've hit the subscribe button. How are we enjoying the watch? Do you like these watch-alongs, guys? Do you find these watch-alongs good? Do you like them? And I did have an interesting tidbit of a fact. I think it's a fact, anyway. Verstappen radio, I don't know what's been said, so let me know, guys. I read a stat, and I don't know if it's true, that Nicholas Latifi has never finished 20th in his career. Now, I don't know if that's true, but I find it surprising, honestly. How you doing, Nikolai? I mean, this has got Verstappen all over it, hasn't it, this race? So I'm just keeping an eye on the Perez lap times here. He's not setting the border light on his first sort of quick lap. Does he have traffic? No, he's got a clear track. He's not saying the border. Sainz sets a personal best lap. Russell, half a second slower there than Hamilton. Oh, there we go. Perez, fastest lap of the race. Bosh. Huge final sector. So it's taken a few laps for those hards to switch on. Huge final sector, which actually was 0.8 of a second faster than, well, 9/10, nearly a second faster than anyone else. So after a couple of laps, those tyres really come in. But, again, we were seeing 33s on old tyres. So I don't think it's panic stations yet. Like what we could see here, what we could see here, honestly, is I don't know what was said over the radio to Verstappen, but who was that close to the Williams? Bloody hell! Was that Danny Rick? Yeah, of Albon. That looked uncomfortably close. What we could see here is Red Bull allowing Perez to get the undercut on Max, therefore putting Max behind Perez, because they were reasonably close, weren't they? And affecting team orders in that way. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I don't know if it happened. Perez, I think, with another fastest lap there. Perez with another fastest lap there. I mean, Perez is flying, but he's only going 0.6 faster than Verstappen. Verstappen's pace on these old hard tyres is very quick. Verstappen's, on it here. Can Ferrari win this? No, Harry. I would almost certainly say no. Looking at the lap times, that. I mean, I could be missing something here. But looking at the lap times, they're not in the same game as the Red Bulls still. Unless they don't have to pit, but the Red Bull's been better. I'm not sure, David. I'm not sure. Looking at the lap times Perez is putting in, he's a good few seconds ahead of Leclerc now. It just depends how long these tyres last, because now I think we're right around the time we're going to see people. I think we're going to see the top runners start to pit any lap now. Perez radio, I don't know what he said, but please do remember to smash a like on the stream, guys. Please do. What's plan C, David? I reckon you're going to get to like... Well, Russell really wants to go to softer tyres, doesn't he? He's said that nearly since he's come out of the pit, since he had that penalty. So, interestingly, Hamilton's just dipped into the 29s again. They've all consistently been lapping in the 30s, but Hamilton's just dipped into the 29s. Now, is that a push pre-pit stop, or Like, has he entered hammer time? Hamilton is right with Russell, by the way. The interval's half a second. I didn't even realise. Are they showing it on screen? Yeah, they are. Literally, as I said that, they're showing it. This is interesting. Ham could be saving his tyres nicely for a one-stop. I don't know. He stopped pretty early for that, Chris, because they've still got another 20 laps to go, mate. That'd make Hamilton's tyres 39 laps old. I'm not seeing that happening. Because he's already stopped, hasn't he? I think the only one we saw that could be doing a one stop is yellow flag. I'm not seeing who or why, but there was a yellow flag on track. Latifi. I haven't seen. It's an interesting one, this. Because Russell wants... Now, does he want softs or what? That could be really interesting, you know, at the end of the race. If you've got a... Oh, okay, Latifi. Oh, don't be Mick. Don't be Mick, please. It wasn't Mick. What happened there? What happened there? It looks like Latifi's rear wing is broken, so I think Latifi's dust for the race. Was that Magnussen? Don't be Mick. I'm pretty sure it was Magnussen, right? What even happened there? I'm not getting a replay. I'm sure it wasn't Mick, was it? It was Latifi. Sorry, it was K-Mag. Nice. Yeah, I just want Schumacher to have a good race. He's gone, I get it, but I want him to have a good race. So Lewis is all over Russell. At what point are they going to swap, you know? Are they going to swap? Are they going to let... Well, Mercedes tend to let them race it out unless they pre-approve sort of a gentleman's agreement, don't they? Oh, okay. So Perez has had a lap deleted for track limits. They are saying it's Schumacher. And was that George boxing? They've just said it was Schumacher in the crash, but I'm sure it was Magnussen, wasn't it? Oh, it was Mick. Balls, man. That sucks. So we are seeing him. George has got a penalty, yeah. And what tyres have they gone on to? Mediums. Mediums on Latifi. Tsunoda's on softs. Russell's on mediums. And Sainz has gone on to hards. Wow, we've got all kinds of different tyres going on here. They're saying it's Schumacher. Has anyone seen a replay of that incident? What even happened? Sake. So, yeah, so Hamilton's saying, don't leave me on a one-stop. Yeah, I have to agree. Don't do that. Nothing in the Times is telling me to do that. Why would they do that, David? Why would they do that? Right, I'm seeing a replay of Mick. Okay, so... Oh, that was clumsy. Oh, that was clumsy. Oh, Mick. Oh, Mick. I mean, the closing speed is unreal. Oh, what? I don't really get that. I don't really understand. That was just so clumsy. I feel like turning in Mick was in two minds, but he's got a loud and a quiet pedal, right? Because Latifi seemed to have a wide entry and look a bit derpy. Mick looked to the inside, but Mick could have lifted. I mean, was Latifi being lapped there, or was that for position? If that was for position, then it's Mick's fault. Verstappen's on newer tyres than Hamilton. Russell setting a purple lap there. Tsunoda also flying on the soft tyres. Position, yeah, for me, that's Mick's fault then. It did look weird because Latifi's turning was weird, but he could have lifted. Max is going to pit. Max isn't going to the end. Not on these tyres. I don't see any of the top three one-stopping. Yeah, time penalty there for Schumacher. I'm in agreement with that. It was Schumacher's fault. At least he's had a crash where he hasn't absolutely written it off, eh? Verstappen radio. Verstappen's lap times haven't dropped off. They haven't dropped off. I just don't see them one-stopping because they're going to have to go, well, 38 laps on those hard tyres. It's a long time. We'll see, but the lap times haven't dropped off. It's still in the 29s. So is Hamilton. So Hamilton's just set a personal best. So Russell on fresh mediums is going about 0.8 of a second faster than anyone. No. So he's only going 0.3 faster on the new mediums than Sainz on new hard tyres. So to me, at the moment, you'd maybe contemplate new hard tyres to get to the end. Because Russell's not going much faster on new mediums, unless I've missed something. At this pace, you're going to clutch Leclerc a second a lap? Yes, you are, Perez. Vettel coming back through, or being passed, I'm not sure. Please do make sure you smash the like button on the stream, guys. We've only got 20 likes. We've had 40 in here all afternoon. I am going to do my sort of driver ratings stream straight after this. Hamilton will defend from Perez. Not much, though, David. He doesn't owe anything to Ferrari. You keep saying that as if he's going to, like, defend it like crazy. I don't think he's going to. Vettel driving like it's his last. Yeah, I know, man. Vote for driver of the day. By the way, vote for driver of the day, f1.com/vote. And if you vote for anyone but Vettel, you hate Formula One. It has to be Sebastian Vettel today. Everyone must vote for Sebastian Vettel today. Everyone has to. I mean, look, he's going to defend from Perez, but he hasn't got DL. Oh, Joe moving about a bit there. Vettel going by, though. And is that Stroll around the outside as well? Oh, Joe Stroll. Cheeky. Russell actually going fast here. Russell with the fastest lap, yeah. 0.4 faster than Sainz. So the mediums are faster, but not appreciably slow. So right now, the delta's only a second a lap. So thank you, Ronel, or Hugo, for the subscribe. Really appreciate that. That's lovely of you. Thank you. Norris with the fastest first sector. I didn't even realise I had alerts turned on this. So thank you. It's all very close now. I'm not sure what the plan is here with Hamilton. Now, the plan, let's have a look. Hamilton's doing 30.3s. How many laps? 13 laps. At the moment, Hamilton stays fourth, basically. So we've got Perez approaching Hamilton here into turn 6. Perez goes by. Oh, lock up there from Perez, so that wasn't as clean as he intended. And now Hamilton will, of course, fight back up towards 9, as he should. Of course he should. DRS wide open, and he gets in front of him. And Perez can't fight back into 9. He's going to have to wait again. It'll be interesting to see how much he can fight here. To be fair, Perez's lap times aren't a million miles better. I mean, your comments are triggering. Two good passes, textbook DRS passes though, but on the replay I didn't see a lock-up. I thought I saw a lock-up for Perez on the... I thought I saw a lock-up for Perez into 6 the first time round. So Perez into 6 again. He's having a look. I think he's not gone for that on purpose into 6 to do him into 9. Honestly. Yeah, I thought there was. Rob. As we're seeing Perez with the DRS open, he's going to want it into 9 now with the DRS open. If he hasn't made this work, it's a mistake from Perez. Yeah, he's made it. I think he's made it work. Hamilton's around the outside. Yeah. I think Perez totally played that from the last lap. He realised he needed to do him in the second DRS, otherwise Hamilton would just come back under the DRS. So, I mean, yeah, Perez should check out from Hamilton now, but Hamilton didn't even try there. I mean, I'm not even engaging in that. So let's have a look at the lap times now. Let's have a look at the lap times when I have a look at the laps. 47. So there's 11 laps to go there. Honestly, Verstappen is still lapping very, very well. Very well indeed. The gap between Perez and Leclerc is 8.7 seconds, and Perez is going a second a lap faster. Perez is going to catch Leclerc with about a lap to go. So this is interesting. If Leclerc's got anything left in the tank, he's going to be putting it out there now. It's good. We've had a variety of strats, haven't we, today? It's been really, really good. Now, I am wondering whether Stroll is going to sit behind Vettel here. Because Vettel is currently in the points, but he's going slower because he's on old hard tyres. I'm wondering whether Stroll's going to sit behind him to get Vettel a point in his last race. I don't know. But he is all over him at the moment. He's right on his gearbox. I hope Stroll doesn't pass him and acts as a bit of a rear gunner unless all is lost there, honestly. But, like, at this point, no one's stopping. So, fair play to those who called a one-stop for Leclerc and Verstappen. I didn't think they'd make it. And, honestly, I didn't think Hamilton would do it. But it's strange because other cars have really dropped off. Like, when they've hit about 20 laps on the hard tyres, they've dropped off to, like, 33s. But now they seem to be able to keep them in the 29s, 30s. Leclerc does a fastest personal best lap there, in which Perez only caught up half a second that lap. Perez isn't catching enough to get Leclerc right now. What was the point in pitting Sainz for him to do nothing? What? Sorry? Sainz is miles behind Perez. What does that matter? Sainz has been behind Perez nearly all day, mate. And Sainz was struggling early on with tyres as well, from what I remember. Stroll taking Verstappen there. I mean, it is a team game, isn't it? Vettel, sorry, not Verstappen. I don't know. It'd have been nice for what? To block Perez? Is that what you're saying? To be fair, Tsunoda is catching very quick. It looks like the one stop was a bad idea there for Vettel. I don't think it'd have made much difference, to be fair, David. Honestly, I really don't think it'd have made much difference. He's still 13 seconds behind. So Sainz is 13 seconds behind Perez on newer tyres and lapping slower. I don't think Sainz would have done much to Perez. I honestly don't think he'd have done much. Genuinely. Even if Sainz was left out, I don't think he's doing much there. I don't think Hamilton's going to pit now, because I'm sure that he was just on the radio, but looking at the laps and gaps, he'd have to be on softs and be flying at the end. I mean, maybe, but looking at the lap times, there wouldn't have been much point, honestly. As Sainz sets a purple second sector, massively faster than anyone else. Massively. I feel like Sainz has been off track here, because that was massive. It was like 4/10 faster than anyone. Verstappen's still lapping very, very quickly. Leclerc lapping even faster. Perez isn't doing enough, anywhere near enough here. Perez is doing nowhere near enough to catch. From what? Well, with my Tesco value maths, I don't think he's doing anywhere near enough. I don't know what anyone else is saying on other commentary, but it doesn't look like he's anywhere near fast enough here to catch to Leclerc. I don't think it's going to be that close, honestly, David. I genuinely don't think it's going to be close. Looking at it, Leclerc has to drop off massively here, because he's only catching... maybe. I suppose, really, he just needs to get within a second, doesn't he, Perez? I think for the season, you'd like Leclerc to be second. But just because, I mean, if Ferrari don't do that, it's a massive failure, isn't it? It's a massive failure. Hamilton struggling now. Lap time-wise, he's not a million miles off, Chris. He's very, very, very steady on his time. Verstappen, unbelievably, on 31-lap-old hard tyres, setting a personal best lap. Unbelievable. That's unbelievable. Fair play, Verstappen. Fair play. He really has looked after them tyres, because they shouldn't be able to do that at this point. That Red Bull is sorted, isn't it? It really is. Another 6/10 on that lap. I mean, he needs 10 laps. He's got 6. He's nowhere near as fast. I think he's going to be a couple of seconds off if this keeps up. Please do smash the like on the stream, guys, and make sure you're subscribed. If you're new here, if you've never seen, hello, my name's Rich. This is TSKF1. I'm live Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. with the latest F1 news. And also, hopefully next season, I'll be doing a lot more watch-alongs as well. Tyres falling off for Hamilton. He is getting a bit slower, yeah. As Verstappen and Leclerc are maintaining 29s, you're seeing Hamilton to the mid-30s now. Black and white flag. What for? Track limits, Sam, or are we saying his tyres are literally falling off? But still, last lap, 0.6 of a second again. Perez does do a personal fastest lap, though. He did catch up 0.8 that lap. Track limits, yeah, he had 2 strikes earlier, didn't he, Sam? Yeah, no, this is nothing to do with Verstappen. To me, this is the right way, right? Look, well, I say that. There's nothing to do with Verstappen, but at the end of the day, where it's at now, I need to just move my camera up a touch, don't I? There we go. Oh, it's a bit much. No, that wasn't enough. There we go. You say that, but all he's done is left it up to Perez, hasn't he? You know, and as a racing driver, look, team orders, I get it, but he is in a man-on-man fight, you know. So if Perez doesn't do it, look, I don't care what anyone says. Perez has got a better car than Leclerc. He just has. That Red Bull is way more of a car than that Ferrari at this point of the season. It just is. So if Perez can't get it done in that car, then it is on Perez. It just is. I actually, I don't encourage them, but I'm okay with team orders because they're part of Formula One. They are a massive part of Formula One. But in this situation, what is it we're asking Verstappen to do exactly? He'd have to stop, basically, a 7-second lead and then just park in front of Leclerc to allow Perez to catch up. Perez's tyres are 12 laps newer. He is going substantially faster now. He went 0.9 faster. So Perez has just turned it on. Perez, actually, the last couple of laps, Perez has turned it on, and it could be happening because he only has to get within a second, and he's going to get a massive DRS. This could happen for Perez. It didn't look like it was going to happen, but he did, what was it, 0.8 last lap? And he needs to be within a second on the final lap. It could definitely happen here now for Perez. But if he doesn't do it, again, he should have, shouldn't he? I think we'd all agree Perez should be beating Leclerc in this race, in that car. Hamilton radio, I don't know what the radio is, but honestly, I think on balance, if Hamilton beats Russell, even with the penalty, that's a good result for Hamilton, I feel. Because it wouldn't shock me if he's got some, even if it's minor floor damage. The floors are so important on these cars. Schumacher there getting overtaken. I mean, as well, I'm going to say it because I'm a Schumacher fan. Even with the spin, he's 16 seconds ahead of Magnussen. Ham saying he thinks they should have stopped. You know, it depends where they end up. lap time-wise, they've dropped off. They have dropped off. And by the end, Sainz and Russell will probably get him. As Perez goes 9 tenths faster again, I think Perez is going to get Leclerc at the end. Interestingly, Verstappen sets another personal best lap on 34-lap-old hard tyres. That's unbelievable. Fan of him or not, that is bloody unbelievable. That is unbelievable from Verstappen. He's going 2 tenths slower than Perez, and Perez is on 13-lap newer tyres. That's madness. That is madness. That is absolute madness. Hamilton's lost gears. Has he? Verstappen's been in the 29s consistently this whole stint. Hamilton out. Perez is having it. Perez there, nearly a full second faster than Leclerc. Yeah, Hamilton crawling. Hamilton's done. Yeah. That wouldn't surprise me if it was to do with the big hit earlier. Honestly, it happens. That was a big impact for a Formula One car. It just was. So it happens. I say big impact. Any impact's a big impact for a Formula One car, and the gearbox is a sensitive things. That's actually. Is that the first mechanical breakdown of the season for Mercedes, or am I could be wrong. I don't know. They haven't had many, have they? I'm not sure, but they haven't had many. Perez 2.5 seconds back now. Hamilton now into the pits. Oh, the Williams. Oh, wow. Wow. Gasly and Albon there, I think, holding Perez up. Blue flags ablaze. Perez is going to be livid, mate. He's livid. Many hand signals. Albon. Is Albon going to... Yeah, Albon gets out the way. 2.1 seconds, 2 laps to go. Oh, Perez has got to be on it. He has got to be on it. First one last race. That's unbelievable from Mercedes, really. First mechanical failure all season. So Perez there, only a tenth faster in the first sector. That could have just cost him P2. And then Leclerc is 2 tenths up in the second sector. The gap is 1.7 seconds now. Close this, isn't it? Close this. It's going to be the drivability out of like turn 5 and turn 7, which is really going to make a difference here. They're absolutely flying. This is awesome. Love this. This is great. I've never cared about second place in the championship before. Perez was slower in the final sector. Latifi keeps up his record of never coming last in a Formula One race. Just saying. Three tenths in the first sector for Perez. Why would I cheer for Leclerc? I don't care about either of them. I'm just enjoying the racing. Perez is definitely pushing here onto the final lap. I personally don't think Perez has this now. I don't feel like I don't feel like it was that traffic, honestly, that did that. I don't feel like it was that traffic that did that, but I could be wrong. Perez 1.4 back. As they're coming through turn 6 and 7. Yeah. Leclerc's got this now. Perez not in DRS. Pending some kind of mechanical failure. He's got this now. 7 the points. Fantastic. Love to see that. Love to see that. And he should stay in the points. Yeah, he will. He will. Danny Rick in the points as well in his final race. That's good to see. That's good to see. Schumacher beating Magnussen in his final race. Also excellent to see. Max Verstappen, honestly, that was a superb drive from Max Verstappen. To be still lapping. Verstappen lapped faster than Perez in that last lap. Verstappen lapped faster than Perez in the last lap. And his tyres were, what, 13, 14 laps older? Madness. He went faster than Sainz, and his were nearly 20 laps newer. That was mad from Verstappen, honestly. Absolutely mad. Max absolutely bossed that. He truly did. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's the car. It's the car and it's the driver, isn't it? You know? Leclerc in second. That's right. Perez third. I think that's right for the season, isn't it? You know? And then Sainz fourth, Russell fifth, Norris sixth, Ocon seventh, Stroll chasing Danny Rick. No, in front of Danny Rick, it's Vettel chasing Ricciardo. Something sort of poetic about that. Danny Rick finishing ninth ahead of Vettel there. Gotta be said, very, very strong day. Very, very strong day for Aston Martin, 8th and 10th. They've made moves at the end of the season. They really have. They really have. They really have. Paris is happy. Please do make sure you put a like on the stream, guys. It helps loads. Please do put a like on the stream. Now, I'm going to watch here for potential donuts from Seb and things like that. But in a few minutes, I'll be stopping the stream and then I'll be going live again with my driver ratings for the day, which should be interesting because well, we'll see. Interestingly, he'll get second in the championship. Most people thought Checo was stressing the last 12 laps. It was good, wasn't it? It was good. Pardon me. It's very, very good. Seb appreciation stream, probably. I'm waiting and hoping. Are we going to see donuts? Yeah, we're going to see donuts from them all, aren't we? Because it's the end of the season. They can just absolutely destroy the engines. I love seeing this, but I want to see Seb. I'm not going to lie. I want to see Seb. I mean, I love that they're all doing it, but I want to see Seb. I really want to see Seb. Badly. I like that they do that, because I'm sure a few seasons ago, they did that. Was it? I don't know. Something's telling me Rosberg, but I don't think it was. But I remember it wasn't all that long ago. Someone did donuts after the season and got hammered for it. Like, got hammered, got fines and everything. And everyone was like, that's a show. That's a good thing to do. And then they've sort of let up on that. Yeah, I'm gonna miss Seb. You know, I mean, Is he not doing it? Is Seb not doing it? Has he just gone in the box? No, surely not. But then again, Seb... How can I put this? Seb is a proper sort of humble guy. So maybe he's just thought, well, where is he? Where is he? Maybe, like, I'm thinking now, has he just said, well, I'm not one of the top 3? Where is he? Surely he's gone to. Hey! I'm glad. Go on, lad. I want him to do donuts until it blows up and the tyres are just gone. Hey! Go on, lad. Absolutely love to see it. Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect. Oh, mate. Oh, I love it. And yes, I've got tears in my eyes. Oh, man. Like, if you're a new fan to Formula One, this truly is the end of an era. Like, it really is the end of an era. That picture there of him just stood on the wheel, waving. Mate. I think people just don't know these, like, you know, new fans to the sport just won't get this. They won't get this. For as special as anyone can say Max Verstappen is now, Sebastian Vettel was every bit as special. You know, and that's the truth of it. That's the truth of it. For, you know, for all of that, you know. And that's been my opinion on the Seb stuff. I remember Seb coming onto the scene, and it was unbelievable how good he was. Unbelievable how good he was. And yeah, unreal. I mean, it was a decent Grand Prix to end the season, wasn't it? It was a decent Grand Prix to end the season. Definitely. Different breed. I'm with that. Need to check who's won the Fantasy League. I know, I keep forgetting to do that. I need to do it properly. Please do make sure you've hit the like. Please, guys, please make sure you've hit the like on the stream. We've only got 25 likes. Come on. I think you have to close the chat and it reveals the like button. Please hit the like. See if we can get 30 likes on the stream. It's been a pretty good stream, though, I think. I think we've had lots of chat and stuff. I think we have. So, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to sign off now, and then I'm going to go live again with my driver rating show, where I'm going to go through what score I would give each driver, and we can agree or disagree on that. So I'll be live again in the next 5 or 10 minutes with that show, and you guys can share your driver ratings as well as I give my driver ratings for the day. And yeah, that's what we'll do. So I'll be back in 5 or 10 minutes. Thank you, Robin, for the sub. Really appreciate that. I'll be back in 5 or 10 minutes with the driver rating show and race reaction. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me for this, and hopefully see you in a few minutes. Thanks a lot. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.